Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am so glad to see you here. Great job on completing the quiz. You have just made a life-changing discovery in discovering your sacred money archetypes. So, in this two-part workshop, we're going to be diving in and revealing what those sacred money archetypes mean for you and for your life, your career, or your business, and how you can use this newfound insight to profit from your inherent strengths and start creating an entirely new and empowered relationship with money. So, rather than judging yourself, and I mean, we all judge ourselves, right? But rather than judging yourself and rather than being someone that you're not, understanding your sacred money archetype is how you step into your authentic power with money. So every sacred money archetype has a unique destiny when it comes to making, keeping, and enjoying more money. And I am so excited for you to learn all about what this can look like for you. So if we've just met, I'm Sarah Brill, and I help high achievers break free from living paycheck to paycheck. I'm a money mindset mentor and a two-time certified financial coach. And whether you're new to me or not, this experience comes from coaching for over 6 years. And I started off on my journey after getting burnout in a corporate job when I was working as an expat in Dubai in 2016. And that looked like me fainting on an aeroplane on a business trip. And after that happened, I then got fired from that job. And I threw in the towel, I threw it all in, and I decided to go traveling for 3 years, which unsurprisingly is actually linked to my sacred money archetypes. And I ended up working as a dive master and a digital nomad for 3 years. And I returned back to the UK in 2018 after having all this freedom and living my best life. And I returned to a place where people were feeling really burnt out, really stressed about their finances in the same way that I was a few years prior. And I knew there had to be a better way. I knew that there was a better way to live your best life and to create financial freedom, whether that's creating generational wealth, whether that's being able to afford the things that you love in life, purchasing a new home, supporting your children, whatever that looks like for you. So I retrained as a certified financial coach. And I have now invested tens of thousands of pounds into my personal development and my coaching skills. And so now that's led me to coaching high achievers just like you, people who are seekers and who want to change their relationship with money, who want to create a big life, the biggest life that you can imagine for yourself, and people who want to create a profound, lasting impact in the world. So in this workshop, I'm going to share with you how you can use your sacred money archetypes to double down on your money strengths, and then how to eliminate your money shadow side. So the insights and knowledge and transformation that you're going to receive from these videos, it's just the beginning of the power of the sacred money archetypes and what they have to offer you. And if you want to dive in further after this training, there's a very special offer for you in the I Am Money visualization, which is my favorite coaching tool ever. So in part one today, we're going to cover what each of the sacred money archetypes mean. And I'm going to share some fascinating insights that reveal your strengths for you in your business, in your career, and in your life. Now, you've probably noticed that money is not just currency. We know that money is power, money is choice, and money is freedom. And right now, more than ever, you need to align your life, your career, and your business with the strengths of your money personality, with your archetypes, in order to create the wealth and the flow that you desire without feeling any resistance. So you probably already noticed that the quiz is very detailed and it's also very accurate. So the first thing I want you to do is to take your top 3 highest scores and write them in the workbook. You can find the link in your email. And you will also see your results in your email as well. Now, there are 8 sacred money archetypes, but it is your top 3 highest scoring ones that really make up your unique money personality. And they're going to determine your money strengths and give you all those juicy insights into your money shadow side. So, for example, I am an accumulator, ruler, maverick. So it's natural that I passionately obsess about igniting your unlimited power to save money. It's how I'm wired. The accumulator is the inner banker, as you're going to discover. And what's so powerful about your top 3 archetypes is that they're not superficial. They really speak to us on a soul level. And together, they're going to accurately represent the depth and the soul of your money personality. And they take into account all the nuances that make you you and make you uniquely you when it comes to money and life and your motivation, even for success and income and impact. So the beauty of your top 3 money archetypes is that you have everything you need to create a newly empowered relationship with money on your terms. So today, as we go through each of your archetypes together, I want you to focus on your number 1 highest scoring archetype. And if you've got a tie break, and if you've got 2 archetypes with or more with the same number, I'm going to give you the tie break question. And I have bookmarked the timestamps on this YouTube video so you can skip forward and watch or rewatch parts whenever you like. But you can focus on the first one, but don't forget that your second and your third are also significant as well. So your number 1 archetype is going to have the most significance because it is the driving force in your relationship with money. It represents your greatest gifts, your greatest challenges, and your greatest opportunity for personal growth and empowerment, and the opportunity for making a contribution for others. Now, the more you fulfill the destiny of your top archetype, and I'm going to share with you what that is, the more you fulfill it, the more opportunities you have to break free of past limitations and imprinting, wiring, and move forward with power, with purpose and passion as you become the leader of your life. And as you step into the creator of your financial future and your financial freedom. I mean, this is all in your hands. And how exciting is that? So what if you have a tie for your top 3? If any of your top three have a tie, or you might notice that you might have 5, for example, archetypes that have a tie, what do you do? So here's what you do. It's very, very simple. You're going to ask yourself a particular question, and I'll share that with you in just a second. But you're going to ask yourself this question, and the archetype that you feel answers that question best wins the tie. And as I go through the sacred money archetypes, you can see on the worksheet, on the printable worksheet, and throughout this video, I'm going to be sharing the sacred money contract of each archetype. And as I read the sacred money contract, I want you to think about this question. Which one will empower me the most right now to create financial freedom? Which one will empower me the most right now to create financial freedom? And you'll notice that the sacred money contract that resonates with you the most, that's going to be the one that wins the tie. And then the rest shift down a place. So the one that resonates with you the most is going to be your first. If you've got a tie for your top 2, the second is then going to become your second, and then it's so forth and so forth. So don't worry if you have a top 5 that are tied. You're really looking to get the top 3. Okay. And you're going to know just by hearing the answer to that, to listen to yourself. Right, so are we ready to learn all about your money archetypes? I'm going to introduce them to you right now. So be sure to take notes in your workbook for each of your top three. And as I go through others that aren't your top three, if you're interested in hearing more, you can think about whether it reminds you maybe of people that you know in your life, maybe your partner, maybe your friends, maybe a business partner, maybe colleagues at work. And so we can start to notice how different archetypes might feel similar or completely different to your own. And it's a really interesting insight to be able to notice that. And it's not that one archetype is better or worse than another. We all have strengths and we all have a shadow side when it comes to money. And so this is going to help you get rid of any money sabotages and use the strengths of your archetypes to create that relationship with money that you are seeking. So let's dive in to number one, which is the ruler. Now, there are these cards. So each archetype has its own card, as you can see, and there's a lot of information on all of these cards, but I've summarized that for you on your worksheet. So let's start with the ruler. The ruler is the visionary empire builder. The ruler is determined, courageous, and is inspired by big plans, inspired by achieving status and accomplishment. And you've got to own that as a ruler, because this is who you are. So that might sound amazing, but the ruler's shadow side includes slipping into being overly controlling, never feeling satisfied that you've made enough or done enough, and often holding yourself to a standard that can feel impossible to achieve. And that can then fuel feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, and it can often lead to burnout. So I promised to talk to you about your money destiny. Each of the 8 archetypes has a unique sacred money contract, and that is right here on the cards. So the sacred money contract represents both the inherent strength and where a person needs to stretch and grow, all in one sentence. So for the ruler, your sacred money contract is to innovate, achieve, and empower wealth with grace and ease. So that is to innovate, achieve, and empower wealth with grace and ease. And that means accepting the fact that you are that empire builder. And rather than spreading yourself too thin with 5 or 8 different money-making projects or businesses, because of course, monetizing ideas is what you love to do. Instead, give yourself permission to pour your considerable drive into your secret biggest dream. And instead of getting bogged down with all the details, give yourself permission to lead and to ask others to join your team to support you and your vision. Great, so that's you, my beautiful rulers. On to the alchemists, All right, so the alchemist is the inner idealist who loves to create positive change in the world. The alchemist is daring and is inspired by transformation. You, as an alchemist, you revel in seeing possibilities, especially if they're unconventional or alternative in some way. And while inspiring, the alchemist has a shadow side that can feel very distinct. They have a love-hate relationship with money and feeling judgmental about money or feeling above money. There's even a little bit of superiority there, let's be honest. So as a result, as an alchemist, you might often find yourself in conflict about monetizing your ideas. So for the alchemist, your sacred money contract is to transform ideas into financial success. So that's to transform ideas into financial success. And this means being willing to release any negative feelings about money so that you're free to focus on your incredibly creative energy, on monetizing your ideas and bringing them into fruition. And what you dream is what you become. And the more you do well financially, it means the more change and transformation and impact you are creating for more and more people. All right, let's move on to the accumulator. So the accumulator is the banker. As I said before, the accumulator is the banker, the money-focused saver. Accumulators are highly disciplined with money, and genuinely, they love to save in all ways, from seeking out bargains to only buying on sale, to secretly sucking away money into little pockets, maybe in your underwear drawer, or maybe even in different bank accounts. Maybe you don't even tell people around you the money that you actually have. And I know this because accumulator is my top archetype. And so while the natural strengths of the accumulator include saving easily and being financially responsible, the shadow side often can have intense feelings of scarcity or anxiety about money, to the point of imagining that there's a money disaster that's always around the corner. So the accumulator's sacred money contract is to respect the power of money by investing to create freedom. So that's to respect the power of money by investing to create freedom. And this means not allowing your inherently frugal nature to keep you from dreaming bigger. It also means saying yes to opportunities that can expand your lifestyle and your ability to create wealth. And this takes courage. But you can trust as an accumulator that you have the skills to both maintain your respect for money while giving yourself permission to make and have more. Great. So let's now talk about the celebrity. So the celebrity loves the doors that money can open. And as a celebrity, you are magnetic, confident, radiant, a lover of style and designer everything, and have no hesitation about spending. You are often a ton of fun to hang around with because you can be so generous. You're spontaneous, often glamorous on the inside and the outside of glamorous situations. And your love of that red carpet treatment can open doors for amazing opportunities and very special VIP treatment, as if it's the most natural thing in the world. But behind the curtain, your bank account often can't keep up with that outward fabulous appearance. And often spending can be a shield to protect yourself from feeling criticized or judged by others. So the celebrity sacred money contract is to accumulate wealth while still feeling admired and valued in the world. To accumulate wealth while still feeling admired and valued in the world. And this is asking you to value having money, not just spending it, but having it and accumulating wealth so that you have a 5-star bank account and the best of everything you love. Your sacred money contract is also encouraging you to intentionally cultivate relationships with people who admire not just the impressive outer you, but admire the shining star that you truly are inside as well. All right, let's now talk about the connector. So the connector is the relationship creator. Your faith and optimism that money will always be there for you. You have a fabulous, fabulous faith and optimism that money's always going to be there for you. And it keeps you from rarely feeling much, if any, financial stress. So money seems to come to you just when you need it in the most unusual ways, and often without overthinking and without hustling for it. Hustling is not really your vibe when it comes to money. The main thing about a connector is that there's an innocence to you. And what you value are the quantity and the quality of your connections. So those connections can serve you brilliantly in your career. So, for example, in a workplace or in your business. So, for example, in receiving referrals and having a network that you feel connected to. So the shadow side of the connector is a feeling of disconnect with money and sometimes feeling overwhelmed about what are the truly basic details of money. So the fundamental basic money details. And so you often tend to lean on others for help with money and maybe prefer not even to have to think about it all yourself. And you're often happy that someone else takes the lead and makes the financial decisions for you. So the connector's sacred money contract is to empower financial independence through the value of relationships. To empower financial independence through the value of relationships. And what this means is intentionally challenging yourself to get more comfortable with handling and discussing money. So here's a tip. If you think of money as another type of relationship, then you can give yourself greater financial independence and discover a newfound sense of personal empowerment. Next up is the Maverick. So the Maverick is the rebel and the rule breaker. And as I said before, this is my third one. So your strengths include being clever and charismatic, and you are definitely a risk taker. Mavericks have no fear of finances and often find themselves or get involved in what other people would consider to be very complex money opportunities. But you love it. You say, bring it on. So you're definitely not going to toe the line and you're not going to abide by someone else's rules. And that might sound edgy and exciting, but the Maverick shadow side includes putting financial security at risk and doing it repeatedly over and over. And the shadow side can include one-upmanship and secrecy and getting caught in competitiveness. So the Maverick sacred money contract is to balance that extreme risk with financial security. So balance extreme risk with financial security. And the shadow side can include, and this means, no, you don't have to burn everything to the ground to start something new. And I know that's what Mavericks prefer to do, but you don't have to do that. It means challenging yourself to make creating consistent income a fun game, because Mavericks love games. And that's going to result in a payoff that frees you from extreme financial highs and lows and frees you to play with new and exciting opportunities. Next is the nurturer. The nurturer is the giving sponsor for everyone else. You're always thinking about others, wanting to give and protect or shelter others. And usually nurturers have great personal money habits, but they can often feel the need to overgive to others. So let's face it, there's a bit of a rescuer aspect to my beautiful soul nurturers. So the shadow side is that while all that generosity is wonderful for people around you, right, you might find it challenging to set clear boundaries. And your desire to help and support can quickly slip into giving so much that your own financial stability is at risk and can lead to grief, a sense of martyrdom, and a lot of anxiety and resentment. So your sacred money contract is to care for others, which you do so naturally, while empowering yourself. So to care for others while empowering yourself. And what this means is learning and practicing setting boundaries, saying no and disengaging from the financial entanglements of other people. That's their business, not yours, no matter how much you love them. And it also means giving yourself permission to fully love your generous nature by finding new ways to support your colleagues, clients, family, and the people that you care about that don't involve giving money. So you are worthy of love for your beautiful heart and applying your compassionate and caring nature to empowering others with boundaries is the greatest gift that you can give. All right, let's move on to the romantic. Let's move on to the romantic. So the romantic is the pleasure seeker. You love using money to enjoy life, enjoy spending, and believe, why wait for something? Why wait when you can have it right now? And if you want to get it, you have the belief that there will always be more. So as a romantic, you might not put a lot of time into thinking about money. You often think about how to enjoy life's abundance of experiences and the small pleasures in life. But then there is the shadow side that catches up with you. And the shadow side includes you simply shrugging off your money habits, telling yourself, oh, I'm just not very good with money. And you can also use spending as a way to fill the need or to feel special or appreciate of love. So the romantic sacred money contract is to create financial security whilst living life to its fullest. So to create financial security while living life to its fullest. And what this means is understanding that creating and embracing a secure financial future is a way that you could always enjoy the best of life and take steps to create that financial security for your future self. All right, that's it. You have now discovered fascinating insights into each of the 8 sacred money archetypes. Now, let's be honest here. Maybe you found yourself feeling a little bit envious of a particular archetype. And not to worry, archetype envy is a thing. It's okay, but here's the truth. The truth is that one archetype isn't naturally more gifted at making money or saving money than another. Every archetype has exactly the same opportunity to make money, to create wealth, and to thrive, and to champion others to do the same. How we energize those opportunities in front of us is going to depend on your sacred gifts and your sacred strengths and your money shadow side, which can't be ignored. So what's next? In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can start mastering your money boundaries in life and maybe in your career or your business, which is going to free you to make more money with ease. And when I say make more money, it's not always about earning money. It might be about having money and keeping money and saving it, right, in your bank account or investing it for your future. And I think you're going to be surprised at how easy creating effective and respectful money boundaries can be. Using, of course, your sacred money strengths and not slipping into that unproductive shadow side. So if you click on the link below in this page, you can dive into video 2 and I'll see you on the other side.